Would you like to see your kids addicted to marijuana and having problems that they cannot overcome? I do not think so. Hi, my name is Alex Robles and I will talk to you about now legalizing marijuana. I come from Tijuana, Mexico. I have seen and experienced the effects that marijuana has on people. It is not okay for society, especially for the youth, because they will be really into it. I've had close friends who have gone to clinics due to the availability of drugs. Certainly, it was not a good time for their families. Many of you have heard in the news whether we should legalize or not legalize marijuana. However, after you listen to my speech, you will be better informed and will know that legalization of marijuana is not the best option in today's world. Not legalizing marijuana is the best option because marijuana is addictive, it could create major public safety problems, it is not well accepted by science, economic development would go down, and it has a negative effect on youth. So after I have mentioned you all my reasons, I will analyze each one of them. First, marijuana is addictive because of its high abuse. According to the article, Why is Marijuana Illegal?, written by Tom Head, under the Controlled Substances Act of 1970, marijuana is classified as a Schedule I drug on the basis that it has a high potential for abuse. The perception is that people get on marijuana, they get hooked, and become potheads. For health, marijuana is much more stronger now than 20 years ago. About 9% of users become addicted to marijuana. Nearly 4.5 million Americans go to clinics due to abuse and dependence of marijuana. Marijuana users are likely to use other drugs and also become addicted to satisfy themselves. So after I have told you that marijuana is addictive, we will now take a look that it could create major public safety problems. First, there are issues. According to the article written by the government of Iowa, 7 reasons not to legalize marijuana in Iowa. Marijuana use causes impairment which can endanger users and other Iowans in the form of traffic crashes, workplace injuries, child neglect, etc. People who smoke pot will probably care more for marijuana and their issues than for family and the workplace. As for social view, hippies and criminals are highly associated and related with marijuana in a negative way and not well accepted by society. So how would you feel if employees, engineers, manufacturers depend on marijuana each day? I wouldn't feel good. So after I have told you about that marijuana is addictive and that it could create major public safety problems, we'll now take a look at why it's not well accepted by science. For medical marijuana, there's scientific research that does not support medical marijuana claims. The FDA, which is the organism who approves every prescription in the U.S., has not approved medical marijuana as medicine because there's evidence that medical marijuana can be harmful. Also, if marijuana is legalized, weed cigarettes will be the new cigarettes. According to the article, 5 reasons legalized marijuana may be bad for pot smokers, written by Adam Brown in 2011. Whether it gives you lung cancer or not, smoking marijuana is still smoking. It will be a matter of time that marijuana cigarettes will be sold and it will cause negative impacts to society itself. So far we have seen that marijuana is addictive, that it could create major public safety problems, and that it is not well accepted by science. So now we will take a look at economic development. For work ethic, use of marijuana is related with absences, tardiness, poor work, accidents, and more complaints from customers. It will create a low productivity in the workplace since the employees are not 100% conscious of their actions. Productivity, as you know, is a main contributor for the progress of a nation. For social economics, according to the article Legally Blind, Why I'm Against Marijuana, written by Dr. Howard Samuels in 2013, legalization would be a nightmare. All of a sudden, marijuana would be sold in grocery stores and 7-Eleven. There would be advertisements in newspapers and on the TV. The advent of the many different brands of pot would create a whole new industry that would mirror the alcohol and tobacco industries. So I asked myself, do we really want to live in a culture and society that lives based on anxiety and panic disorders? It will not be good for our economy because most of our citizens will be trapped in this drug. Lastly, after looking at the fact that marijuana is addictive, that it could create major public safety problems, that it is not well accepted by science, and that it could create less economic development, let's on our perception with the fact that it has a tremendous and negative effect on youth. Firstly, it is influential. It is reported that every year more people are taking drugs and marijuana and is being rapidly spread throughout the nation. Results suggest that more than half of the population tried marijuana at some point of their lives, most of them in high school or during college years. There's also serious mental and physical problems. According to the article, Why Should We Not Legalize Marijuana, published in 2010, lack of public understanding on this relationship is undermining prevention efforts and adversely affecting the nation's youth and their families. Use of marijuana in young people produces isolation, depression, delusion, and other problems. I hope you learned that marijuana legalization should not be allowed under any circumstances. We found out that marijuana is addictive, that it could create major public safety problems, that it is not well accepted by society and science, that economic development would go down, and it has a negative effect on youth. So remember to spread that word with your friends and your family. As a society, we have to know that the problems and issues that arise due to legalization of marijuana. We need a better country with better citizens and more responsible. Say no to drugs. Thank you.